required for elementary school students because if students have their homework, they can review their lessons. For example, when I did my homework, I had a good result than when I didn't do my homework. This is the reason why I think homework should be required for elementary school students.
I think homework should be required for elementary school students because they won't be lazy. For example, in my school, students write their diary every day, so they won't be lazy. Therefore, I think homework should be required for elementary school students. I think homework should be required for elementary school students because the children can improve their ability to do homework by themselves. For example, I do my homework every day and it makes me responsible for my work. And this is why I think homework should be required for elementary school students.
I think homework should be required for elementary school students because students have to do their homework by themselves and because of that, children can be better. So I think homework should be required for elementary school students.
I think homework should be required for elementary school students because elementary school students cannot do homework by themselves and they can go to school in the future. And the other thing is it is necessary for elementary school students can go to school in the future.
I think homework should not be required for elementary school students because the children have a lot of academies to go to, so they don't have much time to do their homework. So I think homework should not be required for elementary school students.
I think homework should not be required for the elementary school students because when they have lots of homework from schools and academies, they won't have much free time. So they won't be able to do the other things that they want to do. For example, some students want to do the instruments, but when they have lots of homework, they won't be able to do it.
I think homework should not be required for elementary school students because students need to grow now, so students need to play many games, do some sport, and read some books.
I think homework should not be required for elementary school students because elementary school students want to play with their friends. For example, when I was doing my homework, I want to play with my friends. This is why homework should not be required for elementary school students.
I think homework should not be required for elementary school students because some students want to play the computer games, and when elementary school students go to middle school, students can't play as much with friends. And some students want to watch TV. This is why I think homework should not be required for elementary school students.
첫 번째 이제 오프닝 스테이트먼트가 끝이 났고 지금부터는 학생들이 서로 반박을 하고 질문하는 시간이 되도록 하겠습니다.
Sojong said if students do their homework, children can review the lessons they have done, but children can also study by themselves. Homework is same as studying, so if students do homework by themselves, it's same as studying by themselves.
So I said when the students do their homework, they won't be lazy. But when the students do the other program, they won't be lazy either. The students can be absent in academics, but most students go to school even though they're sick.
So I said when the student does the homework, student will be very lazy, but I think students need to grow now, so students need to play many games, do some sport, and read some book. Also, I think health is more important than study.
But students can play sports and PE, and they can read their books in break time or lunch time. And they can do many games in lunch time or when what they have their break time.
Joanne said children will home study themselves. They can prepare middle school. But I think children want to do study in elementary school. It is very early. I think students play more playtime.
In the future, parents cannot go children's schools, so in elementary school they must learn to do homework by themselves.
Joanne said elementary school students should study by themselves, but I think students need to learn from teachers and books. In addition, elementary school students should play outside work.
But if children do homework together with friends, they cannot do homework by themselves in the future.
Nan said elementary school students need to play sports when students do homework, but most of the students' school have PE class and they can play sports in lunchtime. Also, they can read books in the free time.
But there's not much free time or PE class time.
Simon said students have many academics, so they don't have time to do their school homework. If they don't have their time to do their homework, if they can do their academic homework too. Simon said students have many academics, so they don't have time to do their school homework. If they don't do their homework they don't have time, so if they cannot do their academic homework too.
We can also study.
This is for box 1. I think playing with friends is not necessarily than homework because friends doesn't affect much in children's lives because friends won't give children's tuition or tutor money.
Friendship is also important study.
Sean said children have to play with their friends, but studying is more important than
Children do homework, first do homework, and they have a time they can. At that time, they play with their friends.
Mary said children in elementary school, children must to play and play game. But how children can prepare to go to good middle school and get good grades?
But I think health is more important than study.
Since students review lessons and raise their score, I think students should be required for elementary school students. But since students have no time to do their homework, I think homework should not be required for elementary school students.
The other team says homework should not be required for elementary school students, but I think homework should be required for elementary school students because they won't be lazy. Therefore, I think homework should be required for elementary school students.
I think homework should not be required for the elementary school students because they won't be able to do the things that they want to do.
I think children should be required. I think children should have homework because they can have responsibility about their work.
I think homework should not be required for elementary school students because now students have to grow.
Since students have to do their homework by themselves, so I think homework should be required for elementary school students.
But I think homework should not be required for elementary school students because play with their friends, they can increase their friendship.
But I think homework should be required for elementary school students. This is because children cannot do homework by themselves, since children cannot succeed in the future without knowing how to study. They should learn properly at a young age.
But I think homework should not be required for elementary school students because they can also learn to study in middle school.